ISO, why ISO internal auditor training is essential. How URGS supports your organization. Hello and welcome to URGS International Certification and Inspection Private Limited. In today's competitive business environment, organizations are expected to consistently deliver quality products and services, meet customer expectations, comply with applicable requirements, control operational risks, and continually improve their processes. This is where ISO management systems and effective internal auditing plays a critical role. Many organizations implement ISO standards because their customers require certification. Others implement them to improve operational control, reduce risks, strengthen compliance, and create a systematic approach to control improvement. But having an ISO certificate alone is not enough. The real value of an ISO management system comes from how effectively it is implemented, maintained, and monitored and improved. And one of the most important tools for achieving this is the internal audit. In this video, we will discuss what is an ISO internal audit. Why do organizations need trained internal auditors? What are the responsibilities of an internal auditor? Why is formal internal auditor training important? What are the benefits of internal auditor courses? And most importantly, how can URGS International Certification and Inspection Private Limited support organizations and professionals through ISO internal auditor training? So let us begin. What is an ISO internal audit? An internal audit is a systematic and objective evaluation of an organization's processes and management system to determine whether they conform to plant arrangements, applicable ISO requirements, and the organization's own established processes. Simply speaking, an internal audit asks the fundamental questions. Are we doing what we plan to do? Are we meeting the applicable requirements? And is our management system working effectively? For example, an organization may have a documented procedure for purchasing. The procedure may specify requirements for supplier evaluation, purchase specifications, incoming inspection, and supplier performance monitoring. An internal auditor does not simply check whether the procedure exists. The auditor verifies whether the procedure is actually being implemented. The auditor may review supplier evaluation records, purchase orders, inspection records, supplier performance data, and related objective evidence. The purpose is not to find faults in people. The purpose is to evaluate the process and determine opportunities for improvement. Now, second, why are internal audits required? Internal audits are an important part of many ISO management systems. For example, ISO 9001 requires organizations to conduct internal audits at plant intervals to determine whether their quality management system conforms to requirements and is effectively implemented and maintained. Similar internal audit requirements exist across various ISO management system standards. These include ISO 9001 for quality management systems, ISO 14001 for environmental management systems, ISO 45001 for occupational health and safety management systems, ISO 27001 for information security management systems, ISO 50001 for energy management systems, ISO 22000 for food safety management systems, and many other ISO standards. The specific requirements vary according to the standard, but the underlying concept remains extremely important. Organizations need a systematic mechanism to evaluate their management systems. That mechanism is internal auditing. Now third, why does an organization need trained internal auditors? What is the purpose? One of the most common mistakes organizations make is assuming that anyone who understands the company's processes can automatically perform an effective ISO audit. That is not necessarily true. Being experienced in production, quality, engineering, procurement, HR, or another function does not automatically make someone a competent auditor. Auditing requires a different set of skills. An auditor must understand how to plan an audit, how to prepare an audit checklist, how to collect objective evidence, how to interview personnel, how to follow an audit trail, how to evaluate conformity, how to identify non-conformities, how to document audit findings, how to communicate effectively, and how to prepare an audit report. And most importantly, an auditor must be able to remain objective and impartial. This is why internal auditor training is so important. The next, fourth, internal auditor training builds auditing competence. A professional internal auditor course helps participants understand not only the ISO standard but also how to audit against that standard. There is an important difference. Knowing the clauses of ISO 9001, for example, is one thing. Knowing how to audit those clauses in a real organization is another. An effective internal auditor training program connects the standards requirements with practical auditing techniques. Participants learn how to convert requirements into audit questions. They learn how to identify appropriate evidence. They learn how to distinguish between a compliant process, an observation, an opportunity for improvement, and a genuine non-conformity. They also learn how to document their findings professionally. Now, next, fifth, what does an internal auditor actually do? What is his work? Let's consider a simple example. Suppose an organization has a procedure requiring measuring equipment to be calibrated at a defined intervals. During an audit, the auditor should not simply ask, "Do you calibrate your instruments?" The employee may simply answer, "Yes." The answer alone is not sufficient objective evidence. A trained auditor will investigate further. The auditor may ask, which instruments are used? How do you identify calibration status? What is the calibration interval? What are the calibration records? What happens if an instrument is found outside calibration? How do you evaluate the validity of previous measurement results? Now the auditor is following an audit trail. The auditor can examine actual records and verify implementation. This is the difference between simply asking questions and conducting an effective audit. Now next is sixth, objective evidence is critical. One of the most important concepts in auditing is objective evidence. An auditor should base conclusions on verifiable information. Objective evidence may include documents, records, reports, specifications, inspection results, calibration certificates, training records, production records, environmental monitoring records, interview information, observation of activities, electronic data, and other verifiable information. An auditor should avoid conclusions based purely on assumptions or personal opinions. For example, saying, "I think this department is not controlled properly," is not an audit finding. Instead, the auditor must identify the specific requirement, the evidence, and the actual condition. This is one of the fundamental skills developed through internal auditor training. Now next, seventh is how internal auditor training helps identify non-conformities. Another important responsibility of an auditor is identifying non-conformities. But identifying a non-conformity is not simply finding something that the auditor personally dislikes. A non-conformity should be based on a defined requirement. The auditor normally needs to establish three elements: the requirement, the objective evidence, and the gap between the requirement and the actual situation. For example, suppose a documented procedure requires calibration every 12 months. During the audit, an instrument is found with calibration overdue by several months. The auditor can establish the applicable requirement, examine the evidence, and determine the gap. That provides a factual basis for a non-conformity. Training helps auditors make this distinction professionally. Now, eighth, internal auditing is not fault finding. So this is one of the most important messages for organizations. An internal auditor should not be considered a person whose job is simply to find mistakes. Internal auditing should be viewed as a process improvement tool. A good internal auditor asks, why did this happen? What process allowed this situation to occur? Is there a weakness in the system? Is the document procedure appropriate? Was the requirement communicated? Was personal competence adequate? Were resources available? Was the process effectively monitored? Could the issue happen somewhere else in the organization? This approach changes the internal audit from a fault-finding exercise into a valuable management tool. Now next is ninth, benefits of effective internal audits. A properly conducted internal audit can provide significant benefits. First, improved compliance. Internal audits help organizations identify gaps before they become major problems. Second, better process control. Audits help determine whether established processes are consistently implemented. Third, early identification of risks. Potential problems can be identified before they affect customers or operations. Fourth, improved customer confidence. A well-maintained management system supports consistent performance. Fifth, control improvement. Audit results provide information that management can use for improvement. Sixth, better preparedness for certification and surveillance audits. Organizations can identify weaknesses before an external auditor identifies them. Seventh, improved employee awareness. Auditing encourages employees to understand how their activities contribute to the management system. Now 10th, why ISO 19011 is important for auditors. When discussing internal auditing, we should also understand the importance of ISO 19011. ISO 19011 provides guidance for auditing management systems. It addresses important areas such as audit principles, managing audit program, conducting management system audits, auditor competence and evaluation. The standard provides a structured approach to auditing. This is why many professional internal auditor training programs include auditing principles and ISO 19011 based methodologies. Participants learn not only what the ISO standards requires, but also how to audit systematically and professionally. The next is 11th, key auditing principles. A competent auditor should understand fundamental auditing principles. These include concepts such as integrity. An auditor should perform work honestly and responsibly. Fair presentation. Audit conclusions should accurately reflect audit activities and evidence. Due professional care. Auditors should exercise appropriate judgment and diligence. Confidentiality. Information obtained during an audit should be appropriately protected. Independence. Where applicable, auditors should maintain independence from the activity being audited. Evidence-based approach. Conclusions should be based on verifiable evidence. Risk-based approach. Auditing should consider risks and opportunities relevant to the organization's objectives. These principles are fundamental to professional auditing. Then 12th, what do participants learn in an ISO internal auditor training course? A professional internal auditor training course can cover several important areas. Participants may learn about the purpose and structure of the applicable ISO standard, interpretation of requirements, audit principles, audit planning, audit program management, audit preparation, audit checklists, opening meetings, communication and interviewing techniques, audit trails, collection of objective evidence, sampling, evaluation of evidence, identification of non-conformities, audit findings, root cause concepts, corrective action, audit reporting, follow-up audits, and control improvement. Most importantly, practical exercises can be incorporated to help participants apply these concepts. Now, why practical training is important? Imagine learning to drive a car only by reading a book. You may understand the steering wheel, brakes and accelerator, but practical driving experience is still necessary. The same principle applies to auditing. A participant may memorize every clause of an ISO standard but still struggle to conduct a real audit. Practical exercises help participants develop confidence. For example, participants can be given a simulated process and asked to review the requirements, prepare audit questions, interview a simulated auditee, Identify objective evidence. Determine whether a finding exists. Write the non-conformity statement and prepare an audit report. So these exercises help bridge the gap between theory and real-world auditing. Now, who should attend internal auditor training? Internal auditor courses can be available for a wide range of professionals. They can include quality professionals, production professionals, engineering personnel, management representatives, management system coordinators, HSE professionals, environmental professionals, information security professionals, food safety professionals, HR professionals, procurement and personnel, process owners, consultants, existing internal auditors, and professionals who want to develop their auditing skills. The exact course should be selected according to the organization's management system and professional requirements. Now, different ISO internal auditor courses. It URGS International Certification and Inspection Private Limited. Organizations and professionals can seek training aligned with various ISO management system standards. Examples include ISO 9001 Quality Management Systems, ISO 14001 Environmental Management Systems, ISO 45001 Occupational Health and Safety Management Systems, ISO 27001 Information Security Management Systems, ISO 22000 Food Safety Management Systems, ISO 50001 Energy Management Systems, and other relevant ISO management system standards. The course structure can be designed according to the applicable standard, participant profile, and organizational requirements. The next is 16th, internal auditor versus lead auditor. It is also important to understand the difference between internal auditor training and lead auditor training. An internal auditor course generally focuses on developing the competence required to audit an organization's own management system or internal processes. A lead auditor course is typically more extensive and focuses on leading audit teams and conducting management system audits in broader certification or external audit context. Therefore, organizations should select the training level according to their objectives. If your objective is to develop competent personnel to conduct internal audits within your organization, an internal auditor course can be an appropriate choice. Now, how URGS can support your organization? Now, let us talk about how URGS International Certification and Inspection Private Limited can support organizations and professionals. Our objective is not simply to provide training certificates. Our focus is to help participants understand the practical application of ISO requirements and auditing techniques. URGS can support organizations through ISO internal auditor training, customized corporate training, management system training, auditor competency development, practical audit exercises, audit checklist development guidance, audit planning guidance, interpretation of ISO requirements, and broader management system consultancy and certification support, depending on the organization's requirements. Now, next is customized corporate training. Every organization is different. A manufacturing company may have different auditing requirements from an IT organization. A food manufacturing organization may have different priorities from an engineering company. A healthcare organization may have different processes from an oil and gas organization. Therefore, training can be structured around the organization's operational environment. Examples may include production processes, quality control, purchasing, supplier management, warehouse operations, maintenance, calibration, human resources, custom-related processes, environmental controls, occupational health and safety, information security, and other relevant processes. This makes the learning experience more practical and relevant to participants. Now, next is 19th, developing a strong internal audit program. Training individual auditors is important, but organizations should also establish an effective internal audit program. A good audit program should consider the importance of processes, changes affecting the organization, previous audit results, risks and opportunities, customer requirements, regulatory requirements, process performance, and other relevant factors. The objective is to ensure that auditing is not treated as a once-a-year formality. Instead, internal auditing should become part of the organization's management systems. And next is 20th, internal audit findings should lead to action. Finding a non-conformity is only one part of the process. The organization must then determine what happened, why did it happen, what is the extent of the problem, what action is necessary, how can recurrence be prevented, and was the corrective action effective. This is why internal auditing is closely connected with corrective action and control improvement. A good internal auditor does not simply identify a problem and walk away. The audit provides information that can help the organization improve its processes. The next is 21. Internal audits and management decision making. Internal audit results can provide valuable information to management. Management can use audit results to understand where processes are performing well, where controls are weak, where recurring problems exist, where resources may be required, where employee competence needs improvement, where procedures may need revision, and where risks require additional attention. Therefore, internal auditing should not be viewed only as a quality department activity. It can contribute to overall organizational performance. Then next is 22. Common mistakes in internal auditing. Let's look at some common mistakes. Mistake number 1. Treating the audit as a checklist exercise. A checklist is useful, but an audit should not become simply ticking boxes. Mistake number 2. Auditing people instead of processes. The auditor should focus on whether the process meets requirements. Mistake number 3. Accepting verbal statements without verification. Auditors should seek appropriate objective evidence. Mistake number 4. Writing vague non-conformities. Findings should be clear, factual, and linked to applicable requirements. Mistake number 5. Auditing only documentation. An effective audit should verify actual implementation. Mistake number 6. Ignoring previous audit results. Previous findings and corrective actions can provide valuable audit trails. Mistake number 7. Failing to follow up corrective actions. The organization should verify whether corrective actions have been effectively implemented. Training helps auditors recognize and avoid these common weaknesses. Now 23rd. Benefits for individual professionals. Internal auditor training is not only beneficial to organizations, it can also strengthen an individual's professional capabilities. Professionals who understand management system auditing can develop skills in process evaluation, risk-based thinking, problem identification, evidence evaluation, communication, interviewing, report writing, root cause analysis, corrective action evaluation, and control improvement. These skills can be valuable across many industries. For professionals working in quality, engineering, manufacturing, HSE, food safety, information security, and other management system functions, auditing competence can be an important part of professional development. Now, why choose URGS International? At URGS International Certification and Inspection Private Limited, our approach is focused on professional learning, practical understanding, and industry relevance. We understand that participants do not simply need to memorize clauses. They need to understand how those requirements apply to actual business processes. Our training approach can combine standard interpretation, auditing methodology, practical examples, case studies, audit scenarios, interactive discussions, audit exercises, and professional guidance. The objective is to help participants become more confident in applying auditing principles in real organizational situations. Now 25th, internal auditing as a culture. Ultimately, an effective management system is not created by a certificate. It is created by people. It is created through consistent processes. It is created through competent employees. It is created through monitoring. It is created through learning from problems. And it is strengthened through control improvement. Internal auditing can help create this culture. Instead of asking, are we ready for the certification audit? Organizations should ask, are our processes actually effective? Are we meeting our commitments? Are our risks controlled? Are our employees competent? Are we achieving our objectives? And what can we improve? This is the real value of internal auditing. 26th, final message. So why are ISO internal auditor courses required? Because implementing an ISO management system is not enough. Organizations need competent people who can independently evaluate whether the system is working as intended. A trained internal auditor can help the organization identify gaps, verify compliance, evaluate process effectiveness, identify opportunities for improvement, and provide valuable information to management. Whether you are an organization looking to develop an internal audit team, a quality professional seeking to strengthen your auditing skills, or a professional planning to expand your ISO competence, structured internal auditor training can provide a valuable knowledge and practical capability. URGS International Certification and Inspection Private Limited can support your organization with professional ISO internal auditor training and management system competency development across relevant ISO standards. We can support corporate training, professional training, and customized programs based on organizational requirements. Now, call to action. If your organization is planning ISO internal auditor training, auditor competency development, customized corporate training, or management system training and certification support, connect with URGS International Certification and Inspection Private Limited. Our team can discuss your requirements and help identify the appropriate training approach for your organization. For inquiries and registration, email us info@urgsiso.com. Our mobile number is +91 73 5945 8455. URGS International Certification and Inspection Private Limited, building competence, strengthening management systems, supporting control improvement. Thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, please like, share and subscribe to our channel for more professional content on ISO standards, auditing, certification, inspection, training and management system excellence. URGS International Certification and Inspection Private Limited, your partner in professional competence and management system excellence. Thank you.